Live from the beach on a humongous ass rock. See a pimp standing on the rock. About to step off this joint now. If I can without falling. It's real easy to get up here, but man, getting down. Oh. Getting down is not as easy as coming up. Oh. Especially when you're barefoot, man. Damn. Belt falling down. Woo, shit. Oh. Got to revitalize them good football skills, man. Pimp fell in the water. Y'all didn't see that though, because I had the camera facing away from me. But what's happening with y'all, man? I finally figured out how to get my internet together while I'm out and about. Had to call T-Mobile, get my data straight. Deshaun tatted me, good looking with the $2 holla, man. Game hydration, yes indeed. Which I need to go give me some love because I ran out since I've been out here. So Pimp ain't got no love, but I do got love, but I don't have love. Man, this shit is beautiful, man. Y'all see them buildings way down there? I walked way down there to way over here. Barefoot. Yeah, I walked way from over there. That's a good mile at least. Probably longer, shit, I don't know. I know my feet is on fire from standing on them rocks all that time I did, though. I was standing on top of the rock, standing on top of that big ass rock over there for a minute. Y'all probably can't see it from here. Let's see if I can zoom in. Probably still can't see it, but it's a big ass rock right there. Right there. It's a big ass rock. And I was standing on that joint barefooted for a long ass time before I went live. It didn't hurt while I was standing on that motherfucker, but now that I done got off the motherfucker, I can feel it. But it's all good though. It's something peaceful, man, about walking down the beach barefoot. Something serene about it, you dig? Yeah, man. Yeah. I should have went live in the daytime on the beach, but didn't work out that way. Now I'm gonna see if I can walk up. Oh, it's a little walkway right there. Perfect. Come over here in the light where y'all can see a pimp. I know y'all can see me a little bit here, but get off in the light, grab a seat, chop some game with y'all for a minute. Yeah. Appreciate y'all wiping your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain by hitting that like button. Okay, they got some grass right here by the beach. Go from putting my feet in the sand to putting it on the grass. Let me show y'all. I see I got disconnected for a second. Yeah, man. See, I just found this spot right now. Y'all let me know if you can see me and hear me. Let me know if you can see and hear clear. I know my signal ain't the best. Okay, I'm good. Good looking. Lizzie, good looking. Even though that rock was uncomfortable as hell to stand on, my signal was good as hell. That's the best internet connection I had since I've been here. So I figured out what I had to do in order to get my internet to work. I called T-Mobile, and they had me restart my devices. Man, I see something moving around on the beach, but I can't see what it is. Let's see if y'all can see that. Y'all see them little creatures right there moving around? At first I thought they was birds, but I'm starting to think they ain't birds though. Oh, they are birds. They just chilling in the water and shit, chilling on the beach. Kicking it. But yeah, no. In order to get my internet to work, I had to restart my devices. So once I restarted my devices, my internet got cool. But it's crazy though, because whenever I get to moving around, in order for my internet to work, I gotta restart my phone. Like say I leave the crib and come out, because you know at the spot I got Wi-Fi. But when I leave the spot and come out, my internet don't work. But when I restart my phone, it works again. And so basically every time I leave the spot, I gotta restart my phone in order for the internet to work. But it's been working though, so I ain't gonna complain too much. It ain't as good as, you know, when I'm back home, but cool though. Sir Charles said it's Metro. Yeah, man. You know, back in the days, we used to call Metro Getro. Pimp got that Getro service, you know what I mean? Oh, man. I be hustling, so my schedule messed up. Reap cash, that's what's up. It's a good thing you hustling, though. A lot of people ain't hustling. A lot of people sitting on their ass. Jody Nori says, I can't wait to go on vacation. It's dark, but it's beautiful. Yeah, I should have went, you know, like I said, I should have came out here and went live in the daytime. But in the daytime, I was like busy walking around and, you know, getting familiar with the surroundings and kind of sightseeing a little bit. So I wasn't really thinking about going live at that time on the beach. But still dope though, especially when you're here. Stay positive, freeze, stay healthy, and stay well, freeze. Don't forget, no matter how deep the game gets, the game is or gets. Yo, Lil Ocho, appreciate you, man. Next level, good looking with the $2 holla. Salute to you, bro. Be safe. RP, Simple P. Yeah, man. You know, I went and put my toes in the sand, put my toes in the water. Now I got my toes in the grass. Oh, I ain't seen one of these before. Somebody left some change right here. So this is... Oh, no, I think I have had one of these before. This is 10 cents. This is a dime in colones. Colones, the colon is the Costa Rican dollar. So for context, One American dollar is 500 colones. That's one American dollar. So 100 colones is about 25 cents, give or take. 100 colones is close to 25 cents. 50 colones is like probably a little bit more than a dime, but close to a dime, somewhere around there. So this must be like a penny or something, I'm guessing, or close to a penny. Wait, let's see. 500 colones is $1. Oh no, so this is more like a, I don't know. My math is tripping right now. but yeah, that's what I'm trying to get used to now. When I be buying shit, I be having to do quick math in my head to see how much shit is in American dollars. Because everything, even if you could use American dollars to pay for shit out here, but everything is calculated in colones. So if you buy something for 3,000 colones, that's like almost $6, close to $6 American money. But if you buy something in the store, it won't say $6. It'll say 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Pop Life say, I think you meant to say, come to my island of Jamaica someday. R.I.P. to Sin. Yeah, hey, Pop Life. I've been telling people, man, I was saying it on the last live, but one of my wishes, I ain't really got like a bucket list per se, but if I did have a bucket list, that's one of the things on my bucket list, to go to Jamaica, go to the hood where everybody's scared to go, and find a little hole in the wall restaurant and eat some brown stew chicken. I just want to sit down in a little mom and pop, family owned Jamaican food restaurant in the hood in Jamaica and have some brown stew chicken. That's what I want to do. Oh, he said it's not even a penny. Oh, so I guess 50 colones will probably be close to a penny then, right? Yeah, I guess 50 colones is closer to. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm tripping. Yeah, I was tripping. My math wasn't mathing. So yeah, so if 500 colones is $1, then 50 colones will be a penny. Yeah, that makes sense. Divided by 100. 500 divided by 100. Delicia, what's going on? I see you. Yeah, next level. That's good eating, man. That's what I want to do. I really need to do the same thing around here, but like the little town that I'm in right now is real touristy. So everything is like, they got a lot of American shit here. They got some local native shit too, but I'm sure even around here, even though the little town I'm in is small, I haven't seen everything. So I'm pretty sure it's like a little hole in the wall Costa Rican restaurant. That's what I need to find. I need to find me like a little hole in the wall spot, that where the locals go, had a, Costa Rican food and shit. I need to find something like that around here. Right, okay, Chad say 51 colones is 1 penny. Yeah, so, pretty much 50, because, the currency, it fluctuates like literally several times throughout the day. That shit is constantly fluctuating, so, 50 colones is pretty much a penny. Might go up and down a little bit, over, a little bit under. Peace Freeze, I hear you. Gonna bless the Boss Mac soon. That'll be dope. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to working with Boss Mac. Yeah, Boss Mac a cool brother, man. I like what he doing over there. Get to Colombia when you can. Well, like I said, man, I already got my ticket booked for Colombia. So when that time comes, it depends on how I feel. If I just really, really, really like it around here and I'm really digging it, I might stick around here a little longer. Or, well, I know I'm gonna like it around. I'm already digging it, so I know my it by the time my flight comes around, I'm still gonna be in love with this place. But I don't know. I still might go to Colombia though, because it's like, why not? You know what I mean? I got the ticket booked already, so why not? You been eating at the sodas? Nah, I haven't. I ate at a little taco place and that was cool. And then when I first got here, the first place I ate at was like a little restaurant. When y'all see me, I had the chicken melt with the fries and shit. I ain't really had, well, no, actually, I can't take that back. The hotel, because I stayed at this hotel the first night that I got here. And the hotel I stayed at had a restaurant in it, and I had some gallo pinto. Gallo pinto is like uh, uh, a dish that's specific to Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Gallo pinto is rice and beans. And I had some of that, and it was fire. Can't lie. And I ain't had no rice in a minute. I've had beans more recently, but rice, I ain't had rice in a minute. Biggest blessings, Freeze. You moving out the country or just visiting? Nah, I ain't moving out the country. I'm just gonna be gone for a little while. You know what I mean? But I ain't leaving America. Nah, just gonna be gone for a little while. How's the gyms out there? I went and visited a gym yesterday. I didn't work out. I just went to go inquire about it, like, see how much or see if they had 30-day passes. They don't have 30-day passes, the one gym that I went to, but they have 2-week passes. The 2-week pass is only like $7. But I didn't work out. I just went to inquire, like, when they open, when they see what their hours is, and see if what kind of passes they got. They got a 1-day pass, a 7-day pass, and a 14-day pass. So I probably will get like the 14-day pass when I go. But then again, so that gym was decent. It was cool. But I found a gym online this in the area, and I haven't been there yet. But from the way it appears, that gym looked like it's better than the one I went to go look at. So probably tomorrow I'll go look at the other one that I found online. But that one looked like it's better though. It looked like it's like better quality, more variety of equipment and shit like that. The one that I went to though, it was decent. They had some decent shit up in there. It was sufficient to get a full workout in. But the other one that I seen just looked like they got more variety of shit. So I'm gonna go check that one out tomorrow, see how it looked. And if that one is, what I expect it to be, that's probably gonna be the one that I, make my gym while I'm here. So yeah. But now they got a couple of gyms out here that's decent. As far as like weightlifting and shit like that, from what I've seen, they got like 2 or 3 gyms. But they got like a lot of yoga type gyms, aerobic gyms, and shit like that. They got a lot of them. They got more gyms like that than anything else. Or like classes, you know what I mean? Like workout fitness classes and shit like that. Or I think I almost want to say it's kickboxing, but I'm not 100% sure if it was a kickboxing gym. I seen some kind of gym like that too. Hopefully you get to go to Planet Hollywood Buffet. Lojo, yeah, I'm going to see if I can make my way to that joint, man. You make it sound real good. I was eating the same dish when I went to Costa Rica. Yeah, sucker repellent. Yeah, that Gallo Pinto is pretty good. Only thing is, man, like with the restaurants out here, I like to eat, man. I'm kind of greedy, man. And so far, the few spots that I've eaten at, they portions be kind of small. But I feel that way about every restaurant, though. So almost every restaurant I go to, man, the portions be too small for a pimp. So I don't know. What's a pimp's thoughts on gambling? Me myself, I don't gamble and losing money gambling. Like I say all the time, man, the key is to be the master of yourself. So if you have the power and the discipline to gamble and to the point where you're the master of it and it's not mastering you, you're not controlled by the gambling, you're controlling the gambling. If you have the ability to do that and know when to stop and say to yourself, okay, I'm only going to gamble this amount. If I lose it, I lose it. If I win, I win. If you have the ability to do that, then, I guess it ain't really so much of a bad thing. But very few people have that ability, especially once you win, because that's what it be for a lot of people. Once you win a significant amount of money that first time, that's how people get hooked. And before you know it, they got a gambling problem. And to me, when you have a gambling problem and, you constantly at the casino every day or every other day all the time, and you always losing big chunks of money, and you doing drastic shit like, borrowing money from people to try to win your money back and all that. When you get to that point, to me, that's too much like tricking. That's the spirit of tricking that leads you to do that. That's how I see it. So if you got a gambling problem, it's and really it's well, I can't say it's worse because tricks be doing some drastic shit too. So they about it's pretty much the same thing though. Spirit of tricking is what leads you to do both. Spirit of tricking leads you to tricking, and spirit of tricking will lead you to gambling. Have a gambling problem. So you don't see too many fat people out there because of the food quality. Yeah, you're right about that, man. Of course, you're going to see some overweight people. I've seen a few, but most of the people here are, medium to small build. Most of the people here have been, like, especially the locals. Like, if you've seen some fat locals too, but for the most part, though, the locals, the people that's from here, they small. You're right about that, Lojo. It ain't really a. But I would imagine that it's that way for most of the world. I think most of the world is probably like that. America, we some of the most gluttonous people in the world, I think. And when it comes to portions and shit like that, we ridiculous with it. Whenever I've talked to people from different countries, like I've talked to people from Australia, I talked to people from Germany, all over Europe, all over Asia, all over the world. And people always say how, like McDonald's, for instance, right? In most other countries, in America, what would be a small drink at McDonald's is a large drink everywhere else. Or what would be a small fry at McDonald's in America would be a large fry anywhere else. You know what I mean? So yeah, we just go overboard with it. Now I would imagine certain other countries probably got a lot of overweight people. Well, not a whole lot, but like more than most other places, like Italy. Because Italy, they eat a lot of pasta, a lot of bread. They eat a lot of high calorie shit. So as fire as that shit be, it's still high in calories. That shit tastes good as a motherfucker though. But I would imagine that Italy probably has more overweight people than most other places in the world. And anywhere else that's like that, any place that like they food is like high carbs, heavy calories and shit like that, I would think that. Overweight is a status symbol in third world countries. Right, you know what I mean? Because you got to have some money to be overweight. You know what I mean? In the third world countries, you know, everybody don't have access to funds to just spend on money like that. Some people just trying to figure out how they going to get something to eat today, period. So on top of that, over here, people think they need 3 big meals a day. Right, we've been brainwashed to believe that bullshit, you know. But see, it all factors in with the health agenda, the health industry agenda. You know, keep people medicated, keep people, you know, instead of having the cure for their ailments, you know, just medicated and live with it, you know. But a lot of that shit comes from how we eat. You know, like I was saying before about Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a blue zone where, well, specifically the Nicoya Peninsula. There's a peninsula here called the Nicoya Peninsula, and that part of Costa Rica that's a big part. But that part of Costa Rica is a blue zone where, you know, it's one of the places in the world where they have most sanitarians, or more sanitarians than anywhere else in the world. Like basically in Costa Rica, they got more people live to be 100 years old than almost everywhere else in the world, with the exception, like somebody mentioned the other day, Okinawa, Japan. That's another blue zone. Okinawa, Japan is a blue zone. Sardinia, Italy is another blue zone. It's like 5 of them. Sardinia, Italy, Nicoya, Costa Rica, Okinawa, Japan. And I think Loma Linda, California, which is in the IE. Yeah, so, but yeah, you know, like you said, MB, what does blue zone mean? Well, like I said, blue zone is a place where people have the highest life expectancy, for one, and then 2, along with that, blue zones are places where people are least likely to get certain ailments like cancer and, you know, all different kinds of ailments that people be getting in other places. The blue zone parts of the world, people are least likely to get that kind of stuff. And one thing that's significant about blue zone places too is the sense of community. You know, like in all the blue zone places, they have like a strong community. Like people are real tied in with each other, connected to each other. It's just a real community, you know. So, Picky Spoiled Rotten TV. Women are gorgeous in Costa Rica. Boy, you ain't never lied, man. I started to question my standards, man. Since I've been here, man, I'm like, damn, did my standards just get lower where I just think everybody is attractive, or are the women here just really that attractive? Because it's so many attractive women here. It's like drinking a glass of water or breathing air. You know what I mean? Like, to see a gorgeous woman is like blinking your eyes. You know what I mean? And it makes you question yourself. Like, damn, is there something wrong with my eyes? Did I just lower my standards? Do I think everybody fine, or is everybody really that fine? And nah, they really that fine. They really that fine around here, man. There's some gorgeous ass women around here for sure. Like, for sure. But yeah, Joe, I've read up about and heard about a lot of stories where people have cancer and they move to Costa Rica and get rid of their cancer. Like, I was reading well, not reading, but I seen a video about this family. It was a young black couple, right? It was a young black couple from Houston, and I think they had 2 kids. Like, they got 2 small kids, and they were from Houston, and I think the wife got cancer, right? The wife got cancer, And the family just up and moved to Nicoya Peninsula down here in Costa Rica. And the wife was able to get rid of her cancer like holistically. Like she moved to that area because, like I said, that's one of the places where you least likely to get cancer. So it's got to be something about that area that is anti-cancer. And I'm pretty sure the food got a lot to do with it too. But the family, they moved, they up and packed up everything and moved with their kids to Costa Rica. And the wife got rid of her cancer down here. And I remember them saying for the four of them, for a married couple and they 2 kids, they cost of living down here was like $3,000 a month. And I think when they was living in Houston, it was like double or triple that. I forget how much it was, but yeah. But yeah, Costa Rica is dope, man. It's a beautiful ass place. I love it down here already. I only been here a few days, but it's living up to the hype. It's living up to the hype. And I know a lot of motherfuckers, especially the passport bros and all that type of shit, will probably come down here just for the win. And that's cool, but hey man, Costa Rica is so much more to this shit. It's a lot of shit that I've researched about that I ain't even seen, man. Like waterfalls and reserves and national parks and just all the exotic animals and shit they got around. It's a lot of shit that I gotta see while I'm here, man, that I ain't seen the half yet. But yeah, it's a lot to fall in love with down here. You gotta go campaign at San Jose Mall, P. I passed through there on the way here, like when I came to where I am, I had to pass through that San Jose Mall area. And man, that area over there, there's so many bad. And it's funny because a lot of tourists, they speak bad about San Jose. A lot of people who visit Costa Rica, they always speak bad about San Jose. They talk about how dangerous it is, how it ain't nothing to see there and all that type of shit. And yes, as far as like on some tourist shit, it's not a whole lot to do. Especially, I guess, because when you think about how much there is to see and do around the whole country of Costa Rica, I guess when you compare San Jose to that, it ain't really much to see and much to do. But it's some beautiful ass women in San Jose, though. I know that. I seen so many bad bitches in San Jose. I was like, God damn. And it's busy. So it's a lot of people moving around. Like, it's a lot of people outside moving around. And a lot of them is gorgeous women. For real. What's happening? Freeze on the beach, you dig? Dave, yeah, man, we over here, you know what I mean? Chilling. Shit. This damn car keep on putting their bright ass lights on. I wish I'd turn them off for a little while. Once you step into the airport, different shapes and flavors. Lojo, for real. Like from the moment you walk off that jetway, as soon as you walk into the airport, man, shit. Chi-Town Rick say, what beach you on, bro? I'm on the beach in Costa Rica. I don't want to say exactly what beach I'm on, but I'm on the beach in Costa Rica, though. Laugh out loud, I got to get out there. Free's gonna come back with a new Costa Rican stable or what? Now, Costa Rican wife, that's for sure what a pimp ain't never coming back with. Pimp ain't never coming back with no wife. A Costa Rican stable, though? Hey, man. I do believe a pimp is more than able to come back with a Costa Rican stable around this motherfucker, though, man. Shit. You know? I know, I know that I'm capable, man. You never know. Pimp might come back 20 deep, and I ain't talking about 20 toes. I'm talking about 20 foes deep. Costa Rican bitches, man. Coming off the plane looking like Willie Dynamite. You dig? Oh man. How long you gonna be out there, P? No weirdos allowed. I'm gonna be here for a little minute, man. I'm gonna be here for a little minute. Yeah, it's not gonna be the typical few days or weekend vacation or nothing like that. Nah, I'm gonna be here for a little minute. What's the nightlife like? Uh, I'm gonna see some of it when I leave from here because to get back to my joint, I gotta walk past where all the little nightlife is. But it's the night. So what you got to keep in mind, right? Oh, hold on, Tyler, good looking with the $2 holla, pimping all over the world. You dig? But Mr. Act Now or Never. The nightlife, right? What you got to keep in mind is that the his knowing is legal around here. You know, so the 304s nor the tricks have to worry about stings or being seen by somebody that they know because they not from here, or just a lot of the shit that a motherfucker have to deal with in America, right? Or whatever country they from. A trick ain't got to deal with that down here. So with that being said, as far as the nightlife, a lot of the bars that you go to, a lot of the clubs that you go to, it's gonna be filled with 304s. So you might think it's a regular girl, but it's a working girl the whole time, right? So with that being said, the 304s know this and the tricks know this. Like the tricks know that when they go to a bar or a club at night, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be majority 304s up in there, right? And the 304s know that most of the guys in there is gonna be tricks. So with that said, the ratio of men to women in most clubs that you go to is gonna be overwhelmingly men. It's gonna be like 5 guys to every female, if not more, because it's tricking going on and it's 304 going on. You dig? So that's pretty much what the nightlife is gonna consist of, at least in the area where I'm at, and I would imagine that it's probably like that around the whole Costa Rica as far as the nightlife go. Pretty sure it's a lot of that going on. It's a lot of 304 going on. So yeah. Chi-Town Rick, good looking with the $20 holla. Blessings to him. Yes indeed. Appreciate you, man. That's dope, bro. Damn, didn't know the 304s could get their work on out there with no hassles from the laws. Yeah, man, just imagine that. They ain't got to worry about going to jail. The trick ain't got to worry about going to jail. The trick ain't got to worry about his wife or his girlfriend finding out. You know what I mean? The trick ain't got to worry about somebody from his job or his church or his country club or whatever it is he got going on, seeing him with a 304. And everybody knows what's going on. So, you see 304s down and around, all around this motherfucker. They are down and around, man, getting it in. I'm a hustler, say freeze. Top of the world to you, P. Keep going, keep growing, keep evolving, P. I've been tuned in since around 2016 to 2018, you dig? Much respect. Vein in the spirit of true and authentic forever, P. 1. I'm a hustler, good looking, man. You've been around, you said 2016 to 18, shit, 2016 when I started this channel. So, yeah, you one of the day ones, man. Appreciate you sticking around this long, man. For sure. But yeah, appreciate that. that message, man. Good look. It's crazy to even think about that, man. That's why I gotta turn up on this YouTube and keep this shit going. Like, been on this motherfucker almost a decade, man. By way of Memphis 10 for the record. Yeah, man. Good old Memphis 10. Freeze, like T.I. said, it ain't tricking if you got it, true or false. Nah, it's tricking whether you have it or not. But, you know, I like that message, though. I like that message, it ain't tricking if you got it, because people did second guess themselves about tricking. They want to trick, but they scared how people gonna see them if they trick. You know, the idea of it ain't tricking if you got it encourages the trick to second guessing themselves to be, you know, all in and dive in head first and get tricking. So, hey man, for me, no, it's tricking whether you got it or not. But to everybody else, yeah, man, you're right. It ain't tricking if you got it. That's true. That's real. You know what I mean? Whatever make you feel better about tricking, man. If the thought of it ain't tricking if you got it makes a trick feel better about tricking, then hey, man, you right. It ain't tricking if you got it. You right. I love that. You like it, I love it. You like it, I love it. Yeah, you're right. It ain't tricking if you got it. Who said it was tricking if you got it? They's a damn lie. They fool, man. Who said it's tricking if you got it, man? Hell no, it ain't tricking if you got it. Hell no, it ain't. Thomas Clark say, how's your health, man? You good physically and mentally, dog? Of course, man. You know, I do my best to stay physically and mentally fit, right? You know, a lot of people talk about mental health, but they don't talk about mental fitness enough, right? You know, when people talk about physical health, physical fitness is a common conversation within the physical health conversation. But a lot of times when people talk about mental health, they don't talk about mental fitness. And just like with physical fitness, right? You got to exercise your physical in order for your health to be right and for you to be physically strong. On the same token with your mind, if you want mental fitness, you got to exercise your mind so that your mind can be mentally healthy and mentally strong at the same time. So yeah, man, you know, I'm very much so on top of my physical and mental health and fitness. You dig? Ray Gunn, good looking with the $2 holla. I got 304s in different area codes. Area codes. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Ray Gunn. Yeah, man. Thought it was just 770 and 404. Worldwide, man. Act like y'all don't know. I'm a hustler. I sincerely appreciate the knowledge game you've been dropping since the Genesis. Freeze. In totality, seriously. I'm not going to keep spamming your chat though, P. Sincerely, I appreciate it. Nah, I appreciate you, man. It's all good, man. I appreciate the love. You did? Michael Watson. Good. Or Michael Weston, my bad. Michael Weston, as always, good looking with the $5 holla. Somebody about to take sips of this game. Blessings. Yeah, man. You already know how that go. Freeze look like a sugar daddy. sweating with his face all up close to the camera. Yeah. It's funny because when I see myself on this camera, it looked like I'm sweaty as hell, but I'm really not though. It's just greasy. It do look like I'm sweaty as hell though. But my face greasy as hell, that's all it is. Nate Dogg, R.I.P. Yes, indeed. Freeze, yesterday you said something about not being 52. What's that? I'm trying to think of when I said that or what context I said that in. I can't remember. Not being 52. I probably said something about 52 faking. You know, like pump faking, or you know, that might be what I said. I probably said something about 52 faking. But as far as 52, not being 52, I don't recall that. Probably have to give me more context as to what exactly I said. How's the Costa Rican women looking? Or how's the women looking in Costa Rica? You been seeing thick women? Now, this is what I will say, right? The thick ones that I've been seeing so far have, you know, been the BBL types. And, you know, me, myself, as far as like what I personally appreciate, I'm not really into all the BBLs. I'm not into like the surgical concoctions of a woman's body. I prefer the natural. You dig? But as far as the thick ones that I've been seeing, most of them been having BBLs. The ones that's like super thick, I ain't really seen too many super thick natural women out here. You know what I mean? The natural women that I've been seeing have either been like slim, thick, or petite. You know, still with a nice shape on them and shit like that. And that's, you know, I prefer that over the BBL. I prefer the slim, thick, or the slim with a nice little, you know, proportions and curvatures and things like that. I prefer that over the over the BBL. So yeah, I ain't really seen too many naturally thick women out here. This from here. I done seen some thick black women that's from America, of course. But as far as the ones that's from here, nah. You know, they've been petite. Freeze, ass or tits. I prefer a woman. If I had to just choose what a woman gonna have, yeah, I prefer a woman to have some cakes on her, man. I prefer a woman to have some cakes on her, you dig? Some Duncan Hines, man. Because to me, a woman better if she got, you know, nice cakes and a little bit of titties versus a whole lot of titties and no ass or no hips. Or she gotta have one. If she got big titties, she gotta have at least some hips with a little bit of ass, or a lot of ass with a little bit of hips or something. But she can't just have no ass, no hips. You know what I mean? The big old titties, that kind of look off a little bit. She might need to hit the gym if that's the case. Is the T-Mobile network consistent? It seems like it, man. This is my first time going live without Wi-Fi, so it seemed like it's pretty cool. But like going on is like, say I go to the crib, right? You know, I got Wi-Fi at the crib. If I leave the crib, my internet won't work and I have to restart my phone in order for the internet to work. That's every time I leave outside away from the Wi-Fi. So, like just now, earlier, you know, I've been out for some hours, but earlier when I left the crib, it was daytime. But when I disconnected from the Wi-Fi, walking away from the spot, my internet didn't work. But I restarted my phone and my internet worked after that. So, yeah. What's the temperature like? Temperature been cool, man. Been in the 70s for the most part. Ain't been too hot. Ain't been cold at all. I don't even think it get cold down here. You know, it's tropical. It's, you know, we close to the equator, so it's been mostly in the 70s. It's rained a little bit. I think the first day I got here, like when I stayed by the airport, because the first day I got here, I stayed by the airport. It stormed like crazy that day. I didn't even go outside. Well, I think I went outside when it wasn't storming that day. But when it was storming, I stayed in the crib. But but yeah, it rained a little bit today, but it didn't like storm. It just kind of like rained a little bit for like an hour or two, and that was it. But it's so beautiful out here, man. Even when it rained, it ain't even like ugly outside, like, which I kind of figured it was gonna be like, because that's how Hawaii is. Like Hawaii, man. Hawaii was the first place I ever been to where even when it's storming outside, it's just beautiful. People be in Hawaii, people be outside like this with shorts and sandals on, in a tank top, and it'll be storming outside. That's how Hawaii is, and it's the same thing here. Like it'll be storming outside, people just mobbing around like it ain't shit. So it's beautiful. Man, I wanted to go to Costa Rica, but I didn't see nothing decent on Airbnb. You at a resort? Nah, I'm at an Airbnb. And the Airbnbs, you just got to shop around, man. And then I think, see, Magic Chris, it probably depends on what time of the year you was trying to go, because they have out here what's called a high season and a low season. Right now is the high season, and the high season ends in October. In October is when the low season starts. Now, the low season is when it rains damn near all day, every day. It's going to be a lot of rain in the low season. And the low season starts in October, and I think the low season ends in May, if I'm not mistaken. April or May. And then that's when the high season starts again. So right now it's the high season. So I would think that the Airbnbs are probably a little bit more right now. But no, right now though, the Airbnbs is cheaper than earlier in the high season. I don't know if it's because we get closer to the low season. But like I was thinking about coming out here like a month ago, right? And I was looking around, and the Airbnbs was more expensive at that time than they are right now. The Airbnbs is like, if you was to come out here right now, you'd be like, okay, yeah. Because the Airbnbs is for the dirt right now. The Airbnbs is going to be cheaper than the hotels. That's for sure. And, not no bullshit either. Like, you can get a bullshit Airbnb for like dirt cheap. But you can get some nice shit cheap. You know what I mean? Like reasonable price. Cheaper than a Motel 6. Put it like this. For what a motherfucker will pay for a Motel 6 in California right now, you get a nice ass Airbnb probably for half of that price per night out here in Costa Rica right now. You know what I mean? But you got to know how to shop around too. That's see me, I'm a pimp, man, so I don't just go for the first thing that I like. I know how to shop around and narrow shit down and figure out the best thing to jump on and all that type of shit. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look at it again. Hey, look, listen. Not saying you about to come out here this coming week, but just look at what an Airbnb is for the first week of September in Costa Rica. Just look at it and see what it is. You're gonna be like, okay, the prices done went down. Because from whenever it was that you looked at it compared to now, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cheaper. And then it probably depend on where you was looking too. You know, I never really looked at the prices in San Jose, how much the Airbnbs are there. Or nah, I think they was cheaper in San Jose right now too. But I didn't really look. I kind of think like a few in San Jose that just popped up in the search. But I would think that Airbnbs is probably a little more expensive in San Jose because it's like the city area. But you know, if you look in like Limon or Liberia or the Nicoya Peninsula or La Fortuna or it's a park. It's called Manuela something Park. It's like a national park that they got out here. Like if you look at like basically if you look on the outskirts of the main cities, the Airbnb is probably gonna be a whole lot cheaper. They be working millionaires on vacation and charging $100. Probably so. Thomas Clark says, "Have you ever met Tariq Nasheed or Tariq Mashed? Or you meant to say Nasheed? Would be dope to see you collab and chop up game for real." Nah, I haven't. I've never met or talked to Tariq Nasheed. Freeze, they surfing there? Yeah. See, when I've been on the beach for a few hours now. When I first came on the beach, it was still daytime, and I made some videos, and I think I got some videos of the guys surfing. It was a lot of people out here surfing in the daytime. Like they surfing real heavy around here. Like it was a gang of people surfing in the daytime for real. Yeah, they was out here deep surfing. Do they have a Whole Foods there? Sin City 16702. I wish they did. But they don't have a Whole Foods here, but they do have a lot of like little markets. They got a lot of fresh fruit. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm gonna wait before I go grocery shopping. So the Airbnb that I'm at right now, I'm only gonna be there for a few days. And then in a few, I'm gonna switch Airbnbs. And the Airbnb that I switch gonna be staying at probably my whole time here. Right? So when I get to the permanent Airbnb, I guess you could say for remainder of my stay, that's when I'm gonna go grocery shopping. But when I go grocery shopping, I already found like a little market out here that got a whole bunch of fresh fruit. I'm gonna go. And they got a farmer's market here too. Matter of fact, I think the farmer's market is close to where I am right now. But I gotta find out the days of the farmer's market because I know that's probably the best place to get the fruits and vegetables and all that shit. So yeah, I gotta find out when the farmer's market is going on and go hit that joint up. But other than that, they got like a lot of little markets that got a whole bunch of fresh fruit, man. So I can't wait to fill the refrigerator up with fresh fruit. And I wanted to bring my Ninja blender with me, man, but I couldn't get a hold of it when I was leaving, man. I was mad I couldn't bring my Ninja with me, man. But if I could find somewhere out here to buy me a Ninja blender, definitely gonna do it. Damn, I was tripping. I was at Walmart the other day too, by the airport, man. I should have seen if they had a Ninja blender in that joint. They probably did, man. I don't know if they got a Walmart close to where. I'm gonna see if I can find me a Ninja blender out here, man. Cause if I can find one, I'm gonna be making smoothies every day with the fresh fruit. You dig? Every day. Hell yeah. Was finna order pizza after my workout. Nah, I gotta stay right. Hell nah, man. You just worked out and you think about some damn pizza? RVTV, man. You tripping. How the hell you just finished working out and you thinking about some damn pizza, man? Just think about how that is going to undo everything that you just did. You just busted your ass working out, burnt all them calories, and then you about to undo all that shit with some pizza. Hell no, man. Fuck that. That is not the way. Never trust a man that don't trust his hairline. Tariq got graffiti. Tariq got graffiti on his forehead. Hey, man. I don't know, man. Hey, you know what? And I don't know if Tariq be doing that. I ain't paid attention, right? But you know what I've been noticing a lot lately, man? And it never really caught my eye until I ain't even gonna name the sucker who I seen doing it, right? But this sucker that be on YouTube, I done roasted him before, right? One of his videos, one of his shorts popped up in my feed, right? And I was like, is this nigga arching his eyebrows? So that caught my attention, right? And then I started noticing, man, hey, it's a lot of dudes. It's a lot of dudes nowadays that be doing their eyebrows. Like they eyebrows be perfect in a motherfucker, like. Or getting your beard sprayed on. That's one thing, man. And, you know, I'm not going to never do that. But, hey, to those that do it, it is what it is. But getting fake hair put on your head and getting your eyebrows arched, man, that shit crazy. Why are you getting your eyebrows done? I see my internet starting to trip a little. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's like, imagine a woman going to get her weave put in, and then her man going to the same salon. He got an appointment just like her, and he getting the weave put in too. Or she going to get her eyebrows done, and he in the chair next to her getting his eyebrows done too. Like, come on, man. In a minute, niggas gonna start getting their eyelashes done. You know how women get their eyelashes done? I ain't talking about the ones that they glue on, but when a woman go really pay like $200 to get her eyelashes done, dudes finna start doing that in a minute. They probably already doing it. I just don't know about it yet. I'm probably late to the party on that one. But it's probably dudes getting their eyelashes done. See, a lot of y'all too young to be familiar with that term. Back in the days, we had a term called metrosexual. And a lot of these dudes now are metrosexuals on steroids. And a metrosexual was just somebody that was like kind of feminine when it came to their appearance. You know, like doing shit like that, like getting your eyebrows arched or getting your nails done a certain type of way. You know, yeah, we called them people metrosexuals, man. But like now, it's so many metrosexuals, it's like normal. Armin Rashad, oh yeah, right. Or an androgynous, right. Same thing, you know what I mean? Queen eye for the straight guy, shaking my head, suspect-ish. Unisex, hell nah. This the era of niggas wanting to be bad bitches. Sucker repeller, you ain't never lied. Noriega lace front is fly though. Hey man, and see, this how you know the world is fucked up, because Noriega is a real street dude, man. See, a lot of y'all too young, man. A lot of y'all only familiar with the Drink Champs Noriega. But a lot of y'all don't know CNN though. A lot of y'all don't know Capone and Noriega, man. That's a totally different Noriega than the one that you be seeing on Drink Champs. They two completely different people, night and day. And I like Drink Champs, you know what I mean? Drink Champs is cool. But, you know, a lot of y'all just too young, man. Y'all wasn't around when it was CNN. You know what I mean? Y'all don't remember the war report and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't remember Tragedy Gaddafi and all that type of shit, man. Like y'all, you know, it was a different Noriega back then, man. It's not the same one, man. It's like he got cloned, and they put his clone on Drink Champs. And Noriega was a artist. Like, see, that's the one thing that's kind of fucked up about podcasts for these rappers, for some of them, because, or not just rappers, career in the past, like whether they was athletes or when he got drafted to the NFL, like number 2 out what number Shannon Sharp was in the draft. Like, put it like this. The number that Shannon Sharp got drafted as in the NFL, there's no other Hall of Famer that got drafted that low. Let me see if I can find what number he was. Now, his brother Sterling Sharp was the man. Sterling was that dude. Oh no, he was number 192 in the 7th round. Right? So Shannon Sharp was drafted in the 7th round, number 192. You don't know, no, let me see, I'm gonna look that up. Hall of Fame football players drafted after the 7th round. Let me see if who else besides Shannon Sharp. It ain't, if it is, it ain't too many of them. Wait, NFL players. Damn. Drafted after 7th round. Okay, they got it by round right here. Hall of Famers by draft round. Let's see. Let me go to round 7. Oh wait, it didn't take me to that. Wait, I'm trying to find. Okay, first round. First round. Okay, second round got kind of a lot. Third round got kind of a lot. Fourth round, not too many. Fifth round, not too many. Okay, sixth round, draft picks this Hall of Famers is 4 of them. Oh damn, 7th round got a, not a whole lot, but good amount. Shannon Sharpe is the lowest one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 Hall of Famers that were drafted in the 7th round. Let's see, 8th round is 3 of them. 9th round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the 9th. 2 in the 10th round. 2 in the 11th round. 2 in the 12th round. But see, these guys, right? So look at this, right? So I just want you to peep this. Hold on. So all of the Hall of Famers that were drafted in the 7th round, except for Shannon Sharpe, they all was drafted like in the 50s and the 60s. One of them was drafted in the 70s, and then Shannon Sharpe was drafted in 1990. Okay, Hall of Famers drafted in the 8th round, 1936, 1964. Oh, Richard Dent. Damn, I didn't know he was that low in the draft. I remember Richard Dent for the Bears. He was drafted in 83. He was in the 8th round. Hall of Famers drafted in the 9th round, 1936, 1941, 1955, 1957, 1967. The 10th round, 1963, 1964. Like, these is all way back. You know, in modern times, you don't get guys like from the 80s on up, this Hall of Famers, they not getting drafted that low in the draft. Damn, I didn't even know they had a 19th and 20th round, 21st round, 27th round. God damn. Okay, the lowest Hall of Famer is somebody, Roosevelt Brown. He was drafted in 1953. God damn, I didn't even know they had a 27th round. Shit. Special selections. I'm trying to, they got free agents. John Randall, Kurt Warner, Warren Moon. These are all free agents. Willie Brown. But yeah, like, you know, back to my point though. In the first round of the NFL Hall of Famers that was drafted in the first round, man, it's hundreds of them, probably thousands of them. I don't know about thousands, but it's hundreds of them. In the 7th round, it's only 10. Shannon Sharpe is one of them. Shannon Sharpe was a beast on that football field, man. He redefined the tight end position. Like how you see all these dope-ass tight ends now, they have to thank Shannon Sharpe for that. Because before Shannon Sharpe, the tight end wasn't like a significant position on offense like it is now. Like, you didn't really have tight ends that were stars on the team before Shannon Sharpe. You know what I mean? So, you know, Shannon Sharpe was dope as hell on the football field, but you know, these kids this watching Club Shay Shay don't really know that about him. And on the same token, you know, you see Noriega. You see Noriega with these big ass teeth, man. And see, I got love for Noriega, man. I fucks with Noriega, man, because I know he a real dude. He one of the few real people that been through the rap industry and didn't compromise who he was, man. So I got a lot of respect for Noriega because of that. You know, he blew up. He got top Billboard hits, and he didn't like sell his soul to do it. He didn't like compromise who he was in order to have top Billboard hits, and he still did it, right? And he put a lot of people on too. Like, y'all probably wouldn't know who Pharrell was if it wasn't for Noriega. You know, Noriega did a lot of shit, man. Like, some of Pharrell's first hits was with Noriega. The Neptunes, some of their first hits was with Noriega. You know what I mean? They first big hit was with Teddy Riley with Rex and Effects, but you know, Noriega really put the Neptunes on. But yeah, that's why I hate to see him with the big ass teeth and the lace front, man. It's live. Keep tripping, man. Ghostface admitted it too, said he wanted to be on the Fat Joe just for men box as a model. He was joking, laugh out loud. Sterling was cold until that injury. Right. Sterling Sharp's career was cut short and he still made the Hall of Fame. That tells you how good he was. Yeah, Sterling was that dude, man. Like if Sterling would have never got hurt, you know, he would be talked about with Jerry Rice. You know, to me, like, I think Sterling Sharp was better than Terrell Owens. Randy Moss is I don't know, Randy Moss was dope as fuck. Like, he was up there with them though. You know what I mean? Like, Sterling Sharp was like, he was a beast. Even though he played for the Ops, you know what I mean? The Packers, you know, man, Packers, that's the Ops. But even though Sterling Sharp was the Ops, you know what I mean? He was dope as fuck. You can't take that from him. Tom Brady was drafted low as hell. Like 6th round. Oh, I didn't even realize that about Tom Brady. There's a few undrafted Hall of Famers. Yeah. They only go to the 7 rounds in today's NFL draft. You go undrafted after that. Right. Back in the days, I didn't even know they had a 27th round. They got a 27th round Hall of Famer. But he got drafted way back in the days. I guess that's back when they had that many rounds in the draft. That's crazy. Probably had more rounds than that. He's just the lowest Hall of Famer that was drafted that low. My great-grandfather taught me that age was never a factor. Satchel Paige was supposed to be Jackie Robinson. You ain't never lied, man. That's somebody else who, man, Satchel Paige was dope as hell. You go watch his highlights or just like read up about him. Satchel Paige was that dude. It's just he was like 200 years old by the time they brought him to the major leagues, you know what I mean? But he still was good though. But man, Satchel Paige, yeah, he was dope as hell. Cold pitcher. Everywhere he went, they won. You got a point. The podcast game watered down folks' legacy. RVTV, that's real. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it just, you know, people don't they just don't know, especially these younger generations, man. They just don't know how dope certain people is, man. Or even like Joe Budden. Like, you know, his podcast is popping and that's dope. Like, what I like about Joe Budden is that his podcast is one of the biggest and he don't have no major sponsors. You know what I mean? Like Joe Budden doing his thing, like really independent, for real, for real. But, you know, I think Joe Budden was he must have been in a bad deal or something with Def Jam or something, man, because they didn't do Joe Budden right. Like, Joe Budden doped the motherfucker on that microphone, man. Joe Budden had bars beyond bars, man. Like, if y'all ain't familiar with mixtape Joe Budden, like early 2000s, 2002, 2001 mixtape Joe Budden, Stupid. Man. Stupid. If you ain't familiar with that Joe Budden, man. Yeah, that Joe Budden that was a different dude back then, man. Joe Budden was doper than your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Paint Love said, what native meal that you've enjoyed since being there? Gallo Pinto. Like I was saying earlier, Gallo Pinto is like a dish that's native to Costa Rica. You know, Gallo Pinto is like what they known for, which is Gallo Pinto is rice and beans. And I had some the other day and it was fire. No, yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yesterday morning I had it for breakfast and it was fire. But you know what I want to do, right? Because so way back in the day, right, I had a chick from Honduras, man. I had a chick that was from Honduras and she used to make arroz con pollo Honduran style. And that shit is so damn good. And, you know, since I'm in Central America already, man, I might have to make a trip to Honduras just so I could do like I said I want to do with the brown stew chicken in Jamaica, man. I need to go to Honduras. I need to go to the hood, go to some little family-owned restaurant. Or shit, even meet somebody and go to their house. That'll be even better. I need to do the same thing in Jamaica, too. Meet some cool Jamaican people, go to their house, and have their grandma get in good with grandma, you know what I mean? And have the grandma make me some brown stew chicken. And I need to do the same thing in Honduras, man. I need to go in the hood in Honduras, man. Meet somebody's abuela and have the abuela hook me up with some arroz con pollo, man. For real, though. Honduras Kitchen located in Los Angeles. Marvo V. You got me wondering which one you talking about. Because they used to have a Honduras Kitchen in, I want to say Huntington Park, but I'm not for sure. Was it It was either Huntington Park or, yeah, I think it was in Huntington Park. They used to have a Honduras Kitchen in Huntington Park back in the days. I don't know if that's the one you talking about. Good food. Hell yeah. I never had oxtails till I had them. Paint Love. Yeah, you know, I don't eat red meat no more, so I never had the oxtails, but as far as Jamaican food, I love jerk chicken. Of course, I love brown stew chicken. That shit fire. They have a couple of locations, probably like 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, Marvel. I'm pretty sure they got one in Huntington Park, and that's the one I used to go to all the time. But this like damn near 20 years ago, back in the day, right? The one in Huntington Park, they got a Honduras restaurant in Huntington Park, and I believe that's the name of it. I believe it's called Honduras Kitchen. Then I'm pretty sure that one's not there anymore, but they used to have a Honduran restaurant in the valley on Burbank Boulevard and like I want to say like Burbank Boulevard and Kester in Sherman Oaks. They used to have a Honduran restaurant right there that was fire, but I don't think it's there no more. But yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna have to do, man. I'm gonna have to go to Honduras, have to meet me a nice little Honduras chick, You know what I mean? Have her introduce me to the abuela. Then I'm gonna have to make abuela adopt me as her grandson. Make her fall in love with me, adopt me as her grandson. And then she gonna have to make me some arroz con pollo, man. That's what a pimp gonna have to do, man. I gotta go knock the abuela, man, over in Honduras, man, so I can get some arroz. I got to do it. For real though. But yeah, man, tell her get to cooking. I'm gonna be respectful to the abuela. I ain't gonna rush her or nothing like that. You know, I don't want the abuela to spit in my food or do nothing crazy to my food or nothing like that. So I'm gonna show her respect, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and tapping in with a pimp. I appreciate you sharing this video. I appreciate you commenting, all your questions, jokes, input, feedback, all that good stuff. I appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate you hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate the super chats, the cash apps, the PayPals. I appreciate your support in every which way that you comes with it, man. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freezes it. Show y'all this beach one more time before we here. How beautiful it is, man. This good old Costa Rica. Hey, back over there. Give me some good cardio in, barefoot in the sand, you did. But yeah, man, if you out traffic moving around, please do so in a safe fashion. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freezes it. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.